What up, everybody?
I guess, man.
I get it. You want to be Martin Luther King, but it just not working. You got to deal with what you do.
For me, it's not about being Martin Luther King. It's not about that. It's about wasting your breath for the 1% that will hear you.
But I won't waste my breath.
And it might be the
1%.
kid that kid that's in the back that you probably don't see has it.
You're not wasting your breath with the 1% because they actually listening.
But that's my point, though.
But
that's why you at least got to have the conversation.
No, you know right off the back who's who. Oh, come here, son. Let me talk to you for a second. Blah, 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 blah. And you watch his actions. Oh, he won it. Versus those that you talk to that want it when it's convenient and when it's available. And then after you have that conversation, when they walk away, everything that you said go right out the window. And you don't want it.
They come back in the next day.
You got to start all over. No, you hitting your head up against the wall. I'm going to spend my time and energy with that one kid that wanted versus trying to make a guy see his full potential, changing his whole mindset for that 1 or 2 hours that I got him. Go outside, forget everything, do the same thing, come back, got to start. Bro, I thought we just had this conversation yesterday.
Right. Person, I think of Damir.
Exactly. There you go. Home run. You just nailed it right there.
Yeah, kid that couldn't get out his way.
Couldn't get out his way.
Had the speed, had everything.
And I know people was against what I'm about to say. I'm not dealing with that. I'm going to the kid that won it.
Right.
I need you to receive what I'm saying to you, pour into you, because I know you're going to appreciate it, and you're going to, when you leave here, it still follows you. We're going to grow. We're going to be great. Versus me, a knucklehead, I don't have the time or the energy.
So for you, what is the it factor?
Work ethic. I never cared. I don't even watch videos. I don't watch your highlights. I don't watch none of that shit. That's all bullshit to me. When you come in here and I see your work ethic, it tells me everything about you.
But what if somebody that got crazy work ethic, but then they ass on the court or the field?
It's hard. It's hard to say that. You're not going to throw all that away. Name one person we had that worked extremely hard and then was an asshole out there. Because typically you can't turn that asshole off.
Right. You gonna be
you an asshole out there, you're gonna be an asshole in here. You can't turn that off. So it's really hard for me to see a guy work ethic that's crazy. You're looking at schoolwork. You're looking at the way he carry himself, the way he trained, the way everything. It's hard. Let me name ones that have them. Because we could turn around and look. You got Kyle. You got Dion.
He one of the hardest workers I know. He's super competitive with everything.
Yeah, you got Shaka. These dudes' work ethics is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to have that work ethic
and then not be good at what you do.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Or at least be half decent.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. What up? Y'all came in to me and G having a debate about what?
I don't even know what it was.
It was about pretty much, damn, what was it even talking about? How we get on that conversation? If it's worth talking to 100 athletes just so the 1% could hear you.
Yeah.
I say it is. I still say it is, but I get what he's saying. He'd rather pull the one to the side, have that conversation with him, keep pouring into the one versus worrying about the 100.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm old now, seasoned, and like understand it. And don't get me wrong, in the beginning, I wanted to change the world. Every athlete was a great athlete to me, no matter what his background was and all. I still stand on some of that, but it's to a point.
I guess you have to, because as trainers, we think we can enhance everybody.
Yeah.
If you couldn't jump or dunk before, now I'm about to have you jumping through the roof.
Correct.
I'm going to make you better in some sense.
Yeah. So when I get these athletes now, and I can see the patterns, I can see how they carry themselves, I can see how they talk, how they care about their career, I'm a pour, but not as hard as if this kid over here that's going 1,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
That's where my attention at.
I can see you when we get new athletes. Usually you come in, you'll watch how they work first.
Yeah.
And then from there, you'll start like pouring into them.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they not receiving it and all that type of stuff.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Because I'm not attracted to that. I'm attracted to hard work. I'm attracted to grinding. I'm attracted to being number one. I'm attracted to all that. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. just don't touch me. That shit like a rash.
Yeah, that shit rub off on you, right?
That shit like a rash. I don't
rub
want no
right
smoke.
off on
I don't
you.
want none of that. All right. But what's going on? What's going on?
Dang, I don't even got my notes up, man.
Ooh. I'm prepared.
Not prepared. I got some right there, but one, how was your first week of being 51?
He's a piece of shit.
No, because you did this shit to me. You came in here. Did you go to the strip club? What you do? What did you do?
I actually had a somewhat quiet birthday. And I tried not to, I didn't even want to do anything. I was just like real chill on 51. I didn't want to do nothing, but it didn't turn out that way.
So what did you do?
One, I went to the Eagles game. Great win for us.
Yeah, everybody making fun of G because really he a Packers fan, but now y'all see him in an all Kelly green.
Y'all gotta stop, yo. I left Packers
when A-Rod left.
When AR-12 left, I left there.
Yeah.
But even before that, I was turning into an Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan, but I let them go because all of just Philadelphia, how we do. Then I got back maybe two years ago. I've been a solid back Eagles fan. So
for me, what used to turn me off with the Eagles is one, what they did to Brian Dawkins.
Mine's go back further than that.
But if you go back, it's the same thing. What they did to Randall Cunningham.
Yes.
What they did to Reggie White.
Those are the two.
Yep.
Reggie was the first one. They hurt my foot. That's how I got to Green Bay.
Right. Like how you let Reggie go.
Yeah. That's how I got to Green Bay. Because they let Reggie go. Reggie went over there and I went over there. And then I fell in love with Brett Favre.
Yeah.
And then AR-12. Then it was that. Then I'm still flirting with the Eagles. Then what they did to Cunningham. Then they said he was washed up. Then he turned around, go to Minnesota, and career go crazy. Bombs away. And so they hurt my feelings with that. And then Doc.
Yeah, Doc for me.
That was
he was my favorite safety at the time, and they let him go.
Let him go to Denver.
He's a person that's supposed to retire
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's supposed to retire.
Ray Lewis to Ravens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't let him go.
You don't let him go.
And then what they did to Andy Reid, one of the most winningest coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, they ended up getting a first Super Bowl over time. But it was, for me, it was how they won. He had one losing season. And then next thing you know, I'm like, oh, he's done. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like, oh, and Chip we trust. And how they put the gas on Chip.
Chip came and destroyed
the whole Philadelphia.
He said, you must go, you must go, you must go, and you go too.
Yeah,
he got rid of everybody.
Yeah, so he really dismantled the whole team. And I'm just like, watched how the Philly fans just really was like, in Chip we trust, in Chip we trust.
Yeah.
And then now you turn around and after he dismantled everything.
Yeah, he stinks. I just saw him recently coaching. Where was he? College?
Yeah.
Chip is in college. Oregon? No.
No, he's not Oregon.
No.
He came from Oregon.
Where is he
Is
at?
it UCLA?
UCLA. That's where he at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, UCLA. That's where he at.
Yeah, I don't like him. I ain't like him when he was at Oregon. Yeah. I used to be an Oregon fan. And then I used to not like him, though. He don't know how to adjust. He's stubborn in his ways. He going...
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah. Whatever. All right. But other than that, what we got? Your birthday?
Yeah. So it was watching a game, and then that Sunday I went to dinner. And then
where'd you go? You keep skipping over. You gotta let people, because you call my birthday boring.
Yeah. I just drank a lot. The Luch Bar?
Luch Bar?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What's that? Broad and...
I never been there, so...
I think it's like 15th and Broad, somewhere around in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was real nice. It was
That's
real
what's
nice.
Up. That's what's up.
Real nice.
Yeah.
I changed my... I'm on a phase now experiencing new things on the menu.
Okay.
So I typically...
Instead of getting a traditional steak and
salmon, I start trying to dip off and get other things. So I had some fish. I just went down to the new restaurant. I think they've been open for 2 months, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Taste Cheesesteak Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a $35 steak.
$35 cheesesteak.
Yeah, 35. Yeah. Actually, it was oxtail cheesesteak. I went down there for the salmon, but they was out of salmon. My feelings was hurt, so I didn't even want to eat. Like I was pouting because I was really wanted it, but I had the oxtail cheesesteak, and it was good. It was different. It was good.
Right.
I just don't think oxtail belong on bread.
Too greasy.
Yeah, it's too. I almost felt like duck.
Oh yeah.
Duck is super greasy.
Yeah, I had duck at this. Forget the name of it. I had duck for the first time. It was just like it fucked my stomach up.
Yeah, and then I went. So that was what Saturday game? No, Sunday game. Monday. Was it Monday?
Monday was your actual birthday.
Yeah. And
Came in here during the day.
Yeah, and then Thursday, which was yesterday, I had to share the birthday with the homies.
You came in here on Monday.
What happened on Monday?
Your lady came in.
Oh, he's a clown. Yo, she said she was gonna say that shit, yo. Oh.
So this is where I'm trying to get. Did you enjoy your little strawberry cake and your your balloons and stuff?
Yes, I enjoyed that. Wow. Wow, she said she was gonna do that.
I was like, I'm gonna bust his ass, like bust his balls on this one. Because it was funny. You just left, like you thought you was done for the day. And she was like, Dad, where you at? And he come back and he got little 2 balloons and some chicken and a strawberry cake.
Yes, it was good. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
It's so funny though. It was so funny. Because you wasn't even trying to celebrate 51s. You trying to make it. She trying to make it special, and he's just like,
yeah. I was trying to be so just laid. Listen, I was trying to give her a break.
Right.
You know, she spent all that money on the last one,
right?
The 50. So this one, I was like,
I don't really want that.
I don't really want that. I'm cool. I don't even really want to tell nobody or anything like that. And then as it went on, it started getting me hyped. Like, oh shit, it's my birthday.
Yes, it is my birthday.
It was dope. I enjoyed it. I had fun.
What's up?
Then we went to, like I said, we went to the cheesesteak thing, and that was
Thursday.
That was
no.
I went there Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was real. That was a nice get together. Nice. It was a nice date night that we went to. So if you're looking to spend about, I don't know, $150. Yeah. I didn't even realize the cheesesteak cost that much. Because the setup is it's like a bar. We got the drinks,
right?
You know, the drinks got me bombed. I tell you that. You know,
your little fruity Jones.
No, I drank cold killer shit. I had a Zool.
No, yo, if
tequila.
Y'all go, I get that.
Yeah,
but what do you drink it with?
That's not important. And what's important is that I had to drink tequila, cold killer shit. What you talking
you
about?
had your umbrella with the watermelons coming out and the sparkles flying out of the drink.
That's all right. I like it that way.
I hate drinking with you, bro.
It's fruity and it's good, delicious. I ain't got to worry about nothing. And then yesterday, like I said, the homies finally got a chance to celebrate the birthday, and they went bananas on it.
Right.
I kept telling them, yo, I don't want no more. I'm done. So I don't like the drunk feeling no more.
The drunk feeling no more?
Yeah.
I don't like the after.
I don't like
that next morning waking up feeling a little.
No, it's the going home for me. What? Going home, laying down. Oh God, yo.
Oh, now you getting old. You ain't bouncing back like no. You ain't bouncing back. Like for me, no. I could have a drunk night, pop up the next morning, drink probably a Body Armor or something like that, take my morning shit, and then I'm good.
Now I can drink again, but it's just the night part is just killing me. Like, oh, my stomach. I don't feel like that shit no more. I don't feel like that.
If I mix my drinks, that's where I end up like that. I can't mix. Don't give me no light and dark. I went out one day last week. I had wine, and then I ended up drinking some dark shit. I don't even know. And my stomach was messed up that night.
Yeah, but other than that was it for me. I was chilling. I enjoyed it.
You're officially 51.
Yes, 51, right. Big 5-1.
Yep. Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
You said that like I took a test or some shit.
I mean, you made it this far.
Like I passed the test.
You made it this far. See how much further you can go.
Damn. Why everybody keep writing me off like I got 3 years left?
Everybody been off in G this whole week.
What the fuck? Like
well, you don't have that much left, so. Like, what the young boy say? He was like, by the time I go pro, you might not be here.
Yeah. Little bastard. But other than that was it. It was a cool week. And that's it.
That's what's up.
Then it's over. Back to the grind.
Back to the grind.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into some wins and losses of the week.
Okay.
The IBF stripped away Crawford's welterweight title.
Good.
So he had a contract where he was supposed to fight Spence right away.
Yeah.
It was in a clause, but because of that, the IBF, the International Boxing Federation, took away his welterweight because they wanted him to fight Boots.
Yeah. Jerron Ennis.
Yep, and he couldn't do it because he got to fight Spence, and that fight is projected to be around February.
Okay.
So because he couldn't do both, they took his belt away, and now he's not unified no more.
Yeah. Wow. And I think and I know Boots, he's gonna take it, but I know he want to fight for it.
Right, and then that's one thing they just gave it to Boots.
Yeah.
Like they ain't make my man fight for it. They ain't vacant it. They ain't none of that. They just said, well, here you go. And you wake up, you went to sleep one day with that hunger of being like, oh, I can't wait for a big fight. To, well, I'm champion now.
Yeah.
And now I got to fight a whole bunch of people that want to beat me versus you catching a big fish. That's part of the glory.
Yeah. Oh, it's part of the game. That's how it go.
I guess it's more political.
He'll make more money now, but
yeah, but we still waiting to see him in that big fight. That's what we waiting on.
Nobody want to fight him.
I know, but
I told you to 154. I told you 147, but a vacate. 147, but a rollout.
They all rolling out though.
Yeah.
Everybody 154 now.
Yeah.
Everybody went 154. Only one that's there is what? Crawford and Spence, but that's only if they decide to fight at 147 or 154.
I'm about to say, I think they're gonna fight at 154.
I think so too.
Because I remember Spence been talking about leaving to go to 154.
I think Crawford was gonna be his last fight at 147.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he did right because Boots was gonna beat the brakes off his ass too.
yeah, so he lost that belt.
Yeah. That's it. Who else?
The Clippers lost 3 games straight. now that
told you.
Now that they got James Harden, they taking L's left and right.
Listen, I don't know who he's passing the ball to.
Yeah, that shit went to the.
That shit went to the second row.
He passed it to the commentators.
Yeah. And then the one he tried to go between the legs, like,
And that joint just rolled up. Turnover. He had 5 turnovers that game.
Yeah, that's about right. He'll get it. He'll pick up in mid-season. He'll
I
calm
don't
down.
know, bro. You might have to have him.
Go to the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hey, bro,
That's
go
sucker
sit.
shit he doing.
Go sit for a little bit. He scored about like 14, 15 points in their last game against, who was it? Was it the Nets? Brooklyn?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it was the Nets.
I haven't been watching basketball like that.
Yeah.
It's still football season for me.
I know, but that's why I feel like I got to update and put some basketball in here.
Ooh.
The Sixers beat the Celtics. That was a good game. I watched that game.
Yeah.
I feel like the Sixers need more from their bench. Their starters all score about like 20, like Maxey and Joel Embiid, 27, 25.
They got a bench. That was that whole draft shit with Harden. They got a bench.
Yeah, but even with their bench, it's like that game, they got like 5 points out of one, 3 out of another.
Yeah.
Like Kelly Oubre, he's surprising me with his, like, he dropping like 15 plus.
Because you know why?
Well,
Harden ain't there. Harden ain't there. I'm comfortable now.
Now that I'm watching the NBA games, I see the NBA starting to enforce a couple new rules.
What?
Flopping. Did you see that?
No.
They got it becomes like a non-sportsmanlike technical foul. So it's like more so like they'll stop the whole game if somebody flop. So all that flopping shit is getting cut down.
Good.
I don't know. It for me, it stops the game a lot of times.
Yeah, but you're getting fake fouls.
Yeah, but I mean, it don't really count for nothing. They more so, for me, it's like more so they're finding people if you flop too much. So the frequent floppers, it starts at $2,000 for every flop. They taxing their ass.
Damn.
Yeah, take this fine. You want to flop? Take this fine.
Damn.
And then if you flop and it don't get caught and they catch it later, like on film or some shit, $2,000.
Damn.
So it's like
they're not playing. That's an expensive. You might go to acting class.
Yeah. And then now one thing I don't really like is the taunting that they're enforcing. You can't taunt. Like the other day, Giannis got ejected from the game.
That was bullshit.
After he like dunked on Bull, stared in his face.
What?
You too small.
He stared at him for like a split second.
Right, and ran off and hit him with the you too small and ran off and got ejected for that.
That was corny. That was
like, what do
overkill.
you want? I'm a competitor.
Yeah, that was overkill.
Man on man. Yeah. But it's shocking to me because like in hockey, they allow actual fighting.
Yeah.
So even beyond taunting, me and you can square up, and then all we gotta do is go to the penalty box. There's no fines, no nothing. And I'm like, why is it okay for hockey, but football, basketball?
Cause we not just gonna fight with our hands. We gonna use that stick. Not only we gonna use that stick, we fucking take that skate off.
Throw that shit at you.
Take that skate off and give them that smoke.
Right.
So no, and it's gonna lead after that too. Because
Right.
you know
You
I
gotta
got
see me in the parking lot.
I got
You beat
12
me?
people up in I got Lil Room,
Right.
Junebug, all
They
of them got
all
felons.
backstage.
Hey,
Meet
right?
me. Yep.
Meet me at the car.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, for me, it's just like it's getting too much. It's getting to a point where they're taking that competitiveness out of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
That more so like
It's almost you have to be quiet to play sports.
exactly like don't
scream at me.
right. This is ridiculous to me.
What
But
else?
other than that, man, that's pretty much it. Did you see Colorado?
Go ahead. You know I was waiting.
Yeah. I
hear
feel like
this
every
shit.
week we talk about Colorado, but it's like Deion haters is back at it again. The bull Jason Whitecott.
Yeah, he is a clown. Go ahead.
This is
I ain't
me
gonna
to
break
you,
up.
bro. This is me to you. You G got you already. Now it's my turn, bro. You gotta fucking stop. You gotta chill the fuck out because
He's not,
like
yo.
that, like he everything that Deion do is like
Yes.
he even tried to blame them getting robbed on Deion.
Because they should have wore jewelry.
Yeah, talking about something. Oh, because he wear gold chains, running around like a kid. They see him doing it, so they do it. There's no reason why you should wear your chain. Da-da-da. Yo, these are 18, 19, 17-year-old kids. They got a little bit of money. Of course, I'm gonna buy me a chain.
But let me stop you there. How many other teams are wearing chains, bro? You can't just point at fucking Colorado or Deion.
All of them.
All of them.
And it been like that.
And I do you one better. All of them play with the shit on.
Exactly.
Everybody got jewelry. You
Right.
gotta stop, man.
Right. He just honestly, that's what I'm like, bro. You look like a clown right now.
I told you, thought I was playing. This is what he do. He just
I'd never watched him until like now that we did research on that one, he'd be popping up on my YouTube feed.
Yeah.
So now I tune in and be like, bro, you gotta chill.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah.
This shit look
bad. It looks bad.
for you as a person. Just like, why do you gotta keep tearing down this one?
That's what I was trying
my
to say
God.
to you. And that goes back to that conversation. That's why me and the bull didn't do that. Because I refused to beat him up on the camera. You got him, you got Charles White, and you
Yeah.
got Dumbo.
You seen he got beat up in a barbershop?
No, I missed that
You
shit.
seen, yeah,
Damn.
did any of y'all see that?
He ain't pull that mace out.
He said he fell asleep in a barbershop and
Yes.
bull whooped his ass.
Yes, that's what the fuck he get. Yes.
You know what he did next, right?
What?
He snitched. Went right to the cops.
And told
Yeah,
he's a
he was
clown.
a fucking clown.
But he been down. I expect
and
that.
then
He been telling
everybody on social media like, yes, they got his ass.
Yeah,
It's about time.
yes. About
Somebody
time
told
they got his ass.
you some of that shit was going to catch up to you.
Because I tell you one thing, he cold bitch when he ran in the meat.
Yeah.
He was shook. He was scared to death. He got mad at the bar people. He got mad at the hotel. He got mad at everybody.
Everybody but me.
Yes. He got mad at the boy that did the interview.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? He's a
But yeah,
chump.
Jason Whitecog, you got to chill, bro.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to. He even said, Deion is not a great coach. This is what he said. Deion is not a great coach. He's just a character that Fox Sports and ESPN use to push ratings. First of all, bro, these are sports platforms. They're going to get ratings no matter what. Nobody is touching ESPN on anything. And then when it comes down to it, Deion is a marketing cow, so of course they're going to use that. If he changing how D1 is viewed in sports and ratings and drawing cameras and celebrities to Boulder, Colorado, what do you expect?
I don't know what you
It's part of the business. It's part of the game.
I don't. But Deion is not the first one that had celebrities come to his game.
Pete Carroll,
Yes.
USC. He has
Yes.
Snoop Dogg, all them on the
Yes.
sideline.
Yes.
Well, this is not anything new.
Yeah.
We've seen this. The whole USC scandal, Reggie Bush. We've seen this.
I don't know, man.
It's nothing new.
I don't know. I don't know about this dude.
He even came at Deion religion and how because he has rappers coming up and they're gang affiliated and da-da-da, we all know gangsters. These rappers not real gangsters.
Yo, I can't.
They
deal
gang
with
affiliated, bringing them up to Boulder, Colorado, and impacting the kids, so they wear change. That's the reason why they got their shit stole.
This is what I wanted to tell you. He was talking about gangster rap and all that shit. Ain't his favorite rappers is he was playing Tupac and Biggie.
Right, the king of
Gangsters,
West,
they
West
the reason
Coast,
for
East Coast, beast.
West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there listening, so I said, I know he didn't just say Tupac and Biggie, the biggest gangsters in the game. They had whole coastals after each other.
See, when this is the thing, when we start to hear people talking about somebody else, we start to dig into you.
Start nitpicking.
We start digging into you and all that type of shit. Like, so when it comes down to it, you just look like a clown.
Yeah, it's a clown. Told you, Jason Whitecock.
Yeah, man.
Told you.
And then he also was getting on him because Deion, because he bashed his O-line. He trying to say like his O-line don't want to play for him. And that's not the case, because no athlete has came out and said like, damn, coach, why you say that? Or that was unneeded. Or nobody sent no tweets, no nothing.
He's telling the truth, man.
Exactly.
He's telling the truth. The O-line stinks. The defense stinks.
The number one thing that coaches say to you, the eye in the sky don't lie.
Yes.
So you cannot get mad at me because
I told the truth.
You got beat. And I told the truth
multiple times.
Right.
And the crazy thing is not just Deion seeing it. Everybody see it. The O-line stink. I told you. I watched this O-line take 2 steps and extend his hand.
Right.
That DN went right around him. Okay, all right, cool.
That's
he
one
went
play.
back and did the same shit, 2 steps and reach. That DN went right around him again.
Right.
There's no move. You got to kick.
Right.
It ain't no 1-2 reach. It's 1-2-3-4. Then put your hands on him and ride that motherfucker out. You touch him and you stop your feet. Everybody knows. Stop your feet in football. That's it. You lost the battle. Don't fuck who you are.
Yep. You dead in the grass.
No, he's telling the truth. And this society and these adults is too soft on these fucking kids. I'm not awarding.
It's too many yes men.
Yeah, I'm not awarding mediocre. I'm not awarding that shit.
Right.
No, you fucking stink. Get your game together or get off my team.
But that's what he went there with.
Yeah.
He went there giving that team that was already there a message. Listen, if y'all don't feel as though y'all can play because some dogs are coming, then go ahead into the transfer portal. It's only one kid that was there last year that actually is playing now.
Good. How is your quarterback tougher than you?
How's your quarterback tougher than the O-line?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like,
how the fuck are they tougher than the O-line?
Yeah, I went back and watched that Travis Hunter hit again, and the O-line was pulling Shiloh back. Like, no, bro, chill. Whereas though they should have went. Yeah,
it should have been an all-out. That whole sideline should have cleared. Because I know if you would have hit one of my guys like that, I know where I was coming.
Right.
I was coming to take your head off. We're not going to do that.
Right.
You know,
and the rest of that game would have been super physical.
Yeah. I just think we pacify these athletes and make it okay to get the participation trophy.
Yeah, that's the society we live in now.
Yeah, I think we making it okay to be just okay, and that's further from the truth.
Right.
So even with the city football shit, you can lose all the games and still make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not playing because I will be. Oh, God.
I wouldn't even want to play in the playoffs.
I lost every fucking game. I'm still in the playoffs. How?
What if a team lost every game then win the championship?
Yeah.
That should be crazy.
That'd
I'd be
be
mad as shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's a society we live in.
Yeah.
And it's the coaches, it's the parents.
It's definitely the parents.
Yeah, coaches,
It's
parents,
okay. And you know who it is.
and it trickles down to the athletes.
But you know who it is. It's the parents that the kid that ain't shit.
yeah,
He equal rights. No, he ain't. Ain't no equal rights in sports. It's either you good or you not.
right. That's the whole point of competition.
Yeah.
It's either you win or you lose.
You win or you lose. In order to win, there's certain shit you have to do.
But everybody should be able to participate in
No.
everybody.
No.
Like, no, little Johnny is ass.
Yes.
He's going to sit his ass on the bench.
Little Johnny, pick up a remote control and play the video game.
Right.
Invest in the suit and tie because that's your career.
He can work with Chick-fil-A. They close on Sundays.
Got Sundays off. Yo, man, they horrible. They horrible.
Man. At the end of the day, it's just crazy how they're attacking over and over every week.
They don't get tired of that shit.
And it feels like we got to come on here and be like,
Defend my guy.
right. But at the end of the day, it's like, why should we have to?
Yeah.
Why should we have to?
Defend him for doing the right thing.
Right.
Jason Whitecock, you's a clown. what I said?
We should make
Big red nose, colorful hat, and dumbass shoes.
Yeah, we should get the production team to start. We got a whole segment of like clowns.
Clowns.
Put the
clowns
clown
of
on
the
the
day.
board. Yep.
Yeah, he's an ass. He's corny as shit.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I had, man. That shit was just like.
Right. Oh, I got new music before we get started. New music.
Yeah.
I listened to Jeezy album.
It's called.
I don't know, but the second half of the album.
What's it called?
It started to get good. Who? I forgot.
Is it?
I know.
I'll forget.
I said I won't. I forgot. Yeah, I know. I'm not a real Jeezy fan.
I am.
I like some
old
of Jeezy music.
I'm an old school Jeezy fan.
Well, the second half turns to old school Jeezy. So I think it's like 18 tracks on this joint, something like that.
Yeah.
And then when it start getting to like 8, 9, 10, or somewhere around there, that second half of that shit is a whole different production team. Justice League. Yeah, Justice League did the second half of the album. And you could tell from the first half production to the second half production, that shit comes on whew. But it didn't make me want to listen. Now we talk about Rick Ross and Meek.
I heard like 2 songs so far.
Jesus, this morning, I didn't even take phone calls this morning riding here because I just was.
They be fucking it up.
It wasn't
that happen like that? You be jamming to the music in your car and then somebody.
I declined real quick. Fuck out of here. I could have won $1 million. Won't know that.
Right.
Fuck my album up. Right. But I've been yearning. Just I needed this album.
Yeah.
Because the shit that's been dropping out is horrible.
It hasn't been a lot of new music.
I tried to listen to Drake.
Music.
I tried to listen to Drake album. What the fuck? And I tried to be like politically correct and really focus on listening to this music with Drake. That shit was ass. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't do it. That shit drove me crazy.
I felt like he rushed it.
Yeah. I tried it 3 times, and it just wasn't for me. This Rick Ross and Meek Mill album, I needed that. Mm-hmm. It brought back real music. It brought back lyrics. It brought back putting a song completely together and making sense. It brought back, they had a conversation about the song they was getting ready to do.
Right.
The production, everything on this album so far, I think I'm on track 10. I think they got 17 songs.
Oh, so I ain't make it past 2.
Shit, I was ruined. I think I might have skipped 1 song.
It probably was a slow joint, wasn't it? Or
Yeah,
one
some
for
shit
the females or some shit like that.
No, they got one for the females. It's hard.
I heard they said they was going to like put some songs on there for the females.
They rock.
Yeah.
They got who else? They got a couple features on there. Who was it? God, Fab.
Oh,
Fab was on there. Yeah, Fab on there.
Low show?
Yes, sir. He doing his thing on there. So they got so far. This is what I knew this album when I heard Kobe and Shaq. And what was the second single they dropped?
Shit.
I forgot the title of the second drum, but when I heard them two, I knew with this album. I knew
Kobe and Shaq, that joint go hard.
Yeah, but I knew this was going to be a Meek Mill and Rick Ross album.
Right.
It was going to have Meek Mill on there, what he doing his production, and I knew Rick Ross production was going to be on it, and I knew how they was going to go, and I've been satisfied so far.
Right.
So like I said, I got 7 more songs, and I'm excited. I'm like, yo, finally I don't listen to music. I turn on WDAS. Or I listen to slow jams or R&B.
Yeah,
I don't listen to rap.
School shit.
Yeah, I don't listen to rap. Rap is horrible right now. I don't know what's going out. What's her name got a good song?
Yeah.
Female. Oh God. Fuck. She's talking about
What she look like? What other songs she got? I can help you out here.
I don't know these female rappers. What's a female
Cardi
rapper?
B?
No.
Nicki Minaj.
No. After her.
After Nicki?
Yeah. She did a song with Cardi B. Or Nicki, one of them. She just
Glorilla.
No, say another name.
No,
not none of the new ones.
Listening to no Sexy Red.
She thick.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan, she got a new song. It's dope.
I seen the video for it, or
it's dope.
The mentions her coming out of the anaconda and shit like that. She was coming out of a snake.
Oh wow,
climbing out of a snake.
I don't know if I got turned on. I was confused there. She was coming out of what?
She was coming out of anaconda.
Anaconda.
I was turned on a little bit.
Yeah, wow,
thick as shit.
I gotta watch that show. Put that shit on repeat.
Yeah,
Low candles, baby oil.
You gotta stop, bro.
All right, man. Is that it? That's it as far as
now
music.
you gotta pray. That's
all right. I'm
you
gonna say this
now.
prayer.
You gotta pray now.
That's cool. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for waking us up this morning. We ask you that you continue to bless us each and every day. We ask that you bless this podcast abundantly to the point that when they ask us, how did we do it? Only thing we can say, if it wasn't for God, none of this is possible. In Jesus' name we pray, amen, amen, and amen.
Lord, forgive him.
Yeah. He need help.
He need help, yes.
He need help. Well, I'm just saying, that was, whew. He had my brain all over the place with that one. Wow.
She coming out of the what?
Coming out of the what?
Yeah.
All right, so what we got? I know you was well, maybe that might be your pod.
What?
Nah, go ahead. So what we got? Main topic. What?
You talking about the MVP race?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't even put that on there. But yeah, all right. So going back,
Real quick.
real quick,
Fellas, I need y'all to hear this shit right here. Go ahead.
who do you got as your leader in your MVP race?
Lamar.
No way.
What? Y'all tripping.
There's no way.
Only person that you could say that can come close to Lamar right now is what's his name from the Chiefs?
Patrick?
Yeah.
No.
Pat. Them the only two. Who are you gonna say?
No. I would give Tua because he's a quarterback.
No.
He got more yards, more touchdowns,
No.
more everything.
No.
Or Tyreek Hill.
No.
He
MVP?
doing, bro,
MVP?
He doing stuff that we never seen
Okay.
a receiver do.
All right. So if I'm listening MVP, that means that if I take you out, your team is not going to win.
What other route runner?
Dolphins is going to win.
No, they're not.
They're going to win a game without. They're going to win a game
not,
without
bro.
Hill.
The only receiver they really have right now is him making big plays.
Bro.
Waddle probably catch a little 2-yard on
What?
here and there. He get like 40 yards a game. This man is at 1,000 yards already, and we 9 weeks in?
So we're talking about
What
Lamar.
What have Lamar done?
What have he done?
Go ahead.
I'm ready to tell you. Now, you know Detroit was a big team. He bombed the shit out of them. He gave them 4 touchdowns.
1 week. It's like, all right, he's finally starting
Bro,
to look like old
he's
Lamar.
complete. Watch this. He's completing 71% of his passes.
Yeah, them little rinky dink.
No, they're not. No, don't do that. No, they're not. No, they're not. Here we go. Watch this.
How many yards he got?
He got 1,900. He got 1,900 yards. 9 touchdowns, 3
had it up,
interceptions.
too.
Rushing yards. He got 440 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing.
No, bro. Hold
Hold on. And not to mention, they have the #1 team in drop passes, and he still complete over 71%. So imagine if he'd be at 95%. They the #1 team in drop passes, his receiving core.
on. Part of that is his fault.
No,
though.
it's
He
not.
be putting
no,
the ball in bad
no,
places.
sir. Not this year.
Look,
No, sir. No, sir. Here we go. He hating. Come on.
Tua got 2,600 yards passing.
So
What you mean? So
who got the best record?
That's 700. That's 700 more yards than.
Who has the best record? Oh, wait. Who he can't win? He can't win a big game. He playing against nobody's doing all of this. Every time he come up against a big team, he gets shut down. Y'all the one brought that to my attention when I said Miami.
True,
was
because they're on 3. But for me, my number 1 is Tyreek Hill.
Nah.
You can't. Tyreek Hill. You cannot debate what he's
sorry.
doing right now. Is not historic.
Listen, when they played
We've
Detroit,
seen Lamar do
right
this
before
already.
they played Detroit, they said Lamar. They was talking about his running. Oh, he's only good if he run. Let's see what happens if he's sitting in the pocket. This is before the Detroit game.
Yeah.
First half, 17 for 17.
That's one game though. You
What?
can't.
That's not.
See, you have
he's
this
like,
thing. You have
bro,
this thing where
how
you.
can you throw
No,
71% of your passes if it's only one game?
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You have this thing where you highlight this really high part of somebody's, whatever your sake of your argument. You have this part where you just highlight this one
I didn't
thing,
even name.
but you don't go back and see
Okay.
how he performed when they did lose.
All right, my bad.
Who they lost to.
2 times. They only lost twice. They only lost twice.
All right. See, now you're gonna make me have to go back and do,
What are we talking about?
Nah.
The Ravens only lost twice. They're 7-2.
So what's your point? You might as well put Jalen Hurts in that same conversation. You might as well.
I could
It's
put
the same-
Jalen. I could put
it's the
Hurts in that
same-
MVP
it's a-
conversation.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like
I could put Hurts in the.
Eagles not winning without Jalen right now. They not.
I put him in the conversation.
Yeah, but that's my point though.
I could put
same thing
Jalen
that
Hurts
you
in the
sitting here
MVP
saying-
conversation.
What you saying right now?
Yeah, but I can't put Tua in there. I could
can't
put
you. He bombing.
Bro,
Bombing
he's
over bad dad.
He's not playing
Bro, they
anybody.
lost to the Steelers, bro.
Who
And
lost to the Steelers?
The Ravens and the
Okay.
Colts.
Okay. and we bombed it. They bombed everybody else.
No, they didn't. Don't do
Bro,
that.
they got 3 games where they blew everybody out.
They won.
They got 3 games where they was blowing everybody out.
Touchdown against the
He's
Titans.
Gotta stop hating.
You gotta stop. They blew the Lions out. That's your one argument. And they won by 1 touchdown against the Cardinals.
Stop hating. I don't be surprised.
What was the great team? What was the great team that they beat?
I don't be surprised.
They blew the Seahawks out. That's a middle of the road team. Who was the great team that they beat?
I don't be surprised if you don't see.
Team? No, see, you doing that. You doing it again.
If you don't see the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, that might be a good pick.
Who's the great team that might
be a good pick? I don't know their schedule. I don't know their schedule. I just know Lamar.
I'm gonna tell you.
And not to mention, I'm gonna run it down. You want me to tell you why he the real MVP? Not to mention he negotiated his own contract.
All right, but that has nothing to do with
not to mention that. But he's performing at a high level.
All right. So look, they played first game. They played the Texans. They won that 25-9.
That's a blowout.
That's a blowout. All right, cool.
Not to mention their whole
quarterback.
team.
Texans losing. That's not a good team. They beat the Bengals when the Bengals was unhealthy.
They beat them. That ain't their fault.
I'm just saying they wasn't a good team there, and they only won by a field goal. And then after that, they lost to the Colts, 22-19.
Colts not that bad.
Then they beat the Browns. That was a blowout. That was the only game they really dominated besides the Lions. Then they lost to the Steelers, beat the Titans by a touchdown, beat the Giants. I mean, not the Giants, the Lions 38-6.
That's bad.
And then came back in the next game. The next 2 games won by pretty much a touchdown.
They balling.
No, bro.
They balling. Can't take. And
they balling
and
right
overall,
now, but that's not MVP, bro. That's not
that
MVP.
Is MVP,
that's
bro.
Not
what
MVP.
are you talking about? That is MVP.
He don't have the most yards. He don't have the most touchdowns. He's not doing anything that we haven't seen.
Okay.
He's playing good right now and great.
Tua is,
but he also never play. He hasn't played anybody.
And Tua did.
Yeah, he lost 3 games.
Yes, to motherfucking solid teams that he can't win.
Lamar didn't play any solid teams yet. Besides the Lions, you can give me that argument.
Seattle
is not a solid team. Nobody look at them as
Seattle is
playoff.
A solid team.
No, they not. Man.
Seattle's a solid team.
You gotta stop doing that.
Seattle, what they 5-3? Seattle is a solid team.
They 5-3. No, yeah, they 5-3.
Yeah, they 5-3. I know what I'm talking about.
They not.
They a solid. Seattle is a.
You don't look at Seattle like they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Matter of fact, Seattle.
They're not real contenders.
You lucky my notes is in there. They got a question mark besides their name. Whoever they playing, not to pick this game because it can go either way.
Bro, they are not
Seattle's
Super Bowl
a solid
contenders.
team.
No, you gonna stop doing that.
Miami ain't Super Bowl contenders.
Miami is considered.
No, they're not, bro.
They could
Stop.
be.
They can't beat nobody. Y'all grind me up.
Not yet.
Y'all made me finally realize y'all might be right.
They played the Chiefs. They lost. You was just rooting for my man.
Yes,
but, look,
y'all convinced
me. Switching up.
Y'all convinced me.
You be switching up.
You beat me down.
Whatever fan he is, don't believe that shit. If he going
y'all
for the,
beat me down. You beat me down about their speed. I kept talking about Miami speed. You beat me down.
Yeah, because
what's her name came on the show and told me they not good.
I'm not.
They
saying
haven't played anybody.
They haven't, but they have. The Ravens haven't played anybody. If you had a team that didn't play anybody, it's the Ravens.
So listen. Ravens right now is number 1 in the running game. They number 3 in the passing, and number 4. They number 3 in offense, number 4 in defense. They number 3 in defense, number 3 in offense, number 4 in defense, and number 1 in running. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
The great numbers against a whole bunch of nobodies.
That's the case. Then you know what? I ain't even gonna say that about the Chargers because where are y'all at anyway?
Well, we just beat the Jets, so we like 3-4. You thought we was gonna lose.
Yeah, I did. I picked. Yeah.
We like 3-4, 4-4.
Yeah, y'all not going nowhere.
You tripping? We coming back
anyway. So let's get to the show. Get to the show. And we was everywhere this time. Huh? We must have had a lot to talk about. We was all over the place.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Hey, win some, you lose some. I like Lamar.
So we are beginning part 2.
Yes, part 2
of humanizing and going over the preparation of pro athletes.
Yes.
And today we're going to follow football, and we're including basketball.
Yeah.
So we're going to speed up this process.
Yeah.
Because it feels a little redundant when we talk about these 2 sports.
Yeah, because they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
As far as movement, being explosive.
I say the road to the pros is similar.
Similar, yeah.
So it's just like you go through all these little league, and basketball you have AAU.
Yeah.
Football you have little league. Go to college. Basketball players one and done usually, but then that whole draft process is usually the same.
Yeah.
Combine training, you get drafted to a team, you get shipped off somewhere, and then now you're a pro, and you got to adjust to the city.
Yeah. So where do we begin with this?
For me, when we talk about humanizing, let's start off with football, right?
Okay.
If you're human, if you're talking about an athlete that I would say in college has the potential of going to the pros, you have to understand, one, when he is in that transition of going from from college into the pros, there's a high likely chance in a lot of cases that he won't make it, or you don't know where he's going to end up. So there's a certain level of stress that comes along with that whole process of combine training.
Yeah, I'm about to say, even before that it's a how can I put this? It's a lot of stress, I guess.
I just said that.
I know. And I'm great. Go on.
You see how that shit go?
Sound better when I say it. There's a lot of stress prepping for getting ready, what they call the biggest job, biggest interview in your life.
It's the biggest job interview of their life. Because you could be a top athlete. If you blow this,
it's a wrap.
You lose either a lot of money or you not going to get picked up.
Yeah. So I guess what people have to understand for college ball players, it's a long road before you even get there. Pretty much like when we was talking about boxing, where they got a 10-week window where they get punched on for 10 weeks before they even fight. Well, it's the same thing in football. It's not so much of, well, it may be, depend on who you are, because we do our combine training for almost 3 months.
Yeah, so what happens is...
So that's almost 12.
You got to take in consideration a lot of these kids in January are playing bowl games or, you know what I mean? So what happens is they come right off a season. They're not healthy when they come to us. So is that, all right, how do we get them within 3 months to be healthy and be able to perform at the highest level within this 3 months before they go into the NFL combine?
All right, so let me stop. What people need to understand, what they've been doing their whole entire life, they have to do completely opposite for 2.5 months.
Yeah, because they're football
Combine
players.
training is completely different from playing football.
Right. They got to become sprinters.
Yeah, but not only that, it's a different type of sprinting. Like, you can't just get up and take off and run.
Yeah, it's track. Like, they got to run like a track star.
We have to teach you how to run all over again. And so let's just say you're 19 years old. You've been running a certain way since, a baby all the way up to 19. Right. And now in 2.5 months, we have to get rid of all of that and teach you how to run a whole different way.
Right.
From even being in your starts and stance, where you've been a football player, you've been taught to put all the weight on your heels. And in combine training is complete opposite, put all the weight on your toes.
Right.
But if you put all the weight on your toes and you lean too much, you're going to fall on your face.
Yeah.
And the natural thing, because the body is always in defense mode, the natural thing to do is pop straight up for safety.
Because you feel like you're going to
fall. So we have to break that. Jesus, man, none of this is football. Yeah, I guess that's the hardest thing people don't understand. Combine training has nothing to do with football.
At all.
It's all about angles.
Shin angles, the way you come out, 45-degree angles between your knee and your shin. And we could dive into that if we want to, but when it comes down to it, the preparation that it takes, this is a 10-week process where they come in 7 a.m. and they're not leaving. They're in the gym with us literally all day until probably like 4 p.m.
Yeah, 8-hour job.
Right. So literally they go from college, where they used to being these top athletes and all that type of stuff, transitioning into combine training, whereas, all right, the high-level athletes, you most likely know they're going to get picked. But what about those lower-level athletes where they might have gone to a D1 school, but they probably was second in sacks on their team or third rotational? Like, people automatically think like, oh, you pay for Penn State or you pay for Ohio State or something like that, you'll get picked, and it's not true.
No, it's furthest from the truth.
Think about all the athletes that are in that pool as far as like coming out into the pros between juniors and seniors.
So the ones that get picked for the Indianapolis combine,
it's like the top 335.
Right. like 335. The amount of stress that those guys have of performing on that high level when millions are watching doesn't even touch the other kids that's in college that's getting ready for their pro day.
Right.
It's not even close. Like, you can't even imagine.
The people that y'all don't see, never heard
of. The people that y'all don't see really don't have a shot in hell. It's these 335 kids is the ones that everybody going after is the meat and potatoes. After that, it becomes watered down to say.
It becomes meat and potatoes to fucking like spinach or some shit you don't want to eat.
Asparagus. I did not say that. He's an old guy. He's a mean person. But
like the shit you don't want to eat.
I think the people don't understand the stress behind all of that. It's so much stress. Now, because I have my whole family dependent on me to make it to the NFL, to take us out of the hood and give us a better life. The whole entire family.
And the window of opportunity is
so
this
small.
big.
So
because
small.
what happens is once I go through this process of the NFL draft, et cetera, and I don't get picked, after that, it's more. Yeah, exactly. What?
Because I don't know nothing. I've been playing football my whole entire life. That's why I said the stress part of this is so much on these kids that they have no clue. The regular person have no clue of what's going on in these kids' heads.
So when it comes down to it, who do you think, and this is a question, who do you think has the most stress in this situation? Is it the ones that are in position where it's like, all right, you could go first round, second round, one of the two. So, for example, like DeAndre Swift coming out of the draft, coming out of college, he was one of the top athletes coming out. Everybody thought in Philly that he was going to go
first round.
First round. He ended up sliding in second. You lose a lot of money. So you have a player like that, or do you think it's the people or the
that don't get invited, that's doing a pro day?
Exactly.
Man, that's a tough call. Wow. I would have to say the one that's going to Indianapolis because they're in the light, they're in the camera.
Yeah, everybody's
seeing them, everything. You know, I sat back there in the green room next to Geno, where Geno was playing for he playing for the Jets now.
No, he was
Seattle?
He got drafted to the Jets.
Yeah, he's at Seattle.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting next to him in the green room. He's sitting there expecting his name to be called in the first round, and it don't happen. And the frustration and the pain and his, you got all your people at home watching you, thinking you're going to get drafted. That stress, the slip into that dark hole is real. And I think that's more when you get the cameras shined on you and you've been talked about
every pick that go by, your phone's sitting right here.
Yes. And he kept touching his phone. So he had his phone like this, and he would pick his phone up, and the cameras will haul ass over there to him because they thinking that a owner called him. That it was just, you're supposed to have two phones. You're supposed to have that number, that one phone sit there, do not be touched. When it ring, it was a team calling.
Right.
But he only had one. And to see him not get picked, so it's 32 picks in the first round. When it got around like 28, 29, he doing a lot of twitching. It got to 30, 31.
Started sweating.
Yeah, he got up and left. His mom got to go with him,
Right.
And now you got to go back home and face the music with the whole town,
right,
the whole hood.
And you got to rethrow a draft party.
Yeah.
We had the party set up for today.
Yeah. But that pressure,
then be continued tomorrow.
Then you're looking at these young men that don't even know how to handle that and say like, "Oh snap, nobody want me."
Right.
What do you think that do? Because your whole life, your whole career, you've been bigged up as this elite athlete. You're going to the league and you're going to be a first rounder and all that. And when it don't happen, you get your feelings hurt.
Right.
Now, the other side is the guys that go for their pro day. The thing about the highlight and the cameras, you do get a job.
Yeah.
It might not be where you thought it was going to be, but you're going to get a job if you go to Indianapolis. The ones that do the pro day, it's not a chance that they might get a job.
Right.
Now they have to really get a job. And what you going to do? You have no thoughts of working in the real world.
Right. Like, we seen it in the athletes where they go for their pro day, don't perform the way they want to, and then get a job the next day.
Yeah. Reality really kicks in.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to say which one is the worst because both of them are bad.
So for me, I say the guy that's in the light, when I think of that, I think of Christian Barmore because he was part of the whole. Because this was during COVID, so everybody didn't go. So y'all, Kyle Pitts, Michael Parsons, Justin Fields, and Christian Barmore,
and we all rode down there together.
Exactly. And I think it was another quarterback. It was like 5 of them that was like accepted to go, and he was the only one that didn't get picked in the first round.
Yeah.
So then he had to wait for the second day. So now, why did y'all pick me?
Yeah, why did
to
y'all
be a
do
part
all
of this
this
process if it was no certainty that I was going to be a part of the first round?
And they didn't even take into account that I'm here with my peers and we all talk. And what you think that's going to do to him?
Right. Like, oh, where you going? Oh, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. They said I'm going to go. Done. You just sitting there.
Yeah, so it's
in the green room by yourself.
It's a lot of stress. You know, like you said, these guys come in here 7 in the morning. From 7 to 7:20 they eating breakfast.
Yeah.
From 7:20 to 8 o'clock they getting stretched,
warmed up.
From 8 to about 10, 11 they doing actual combine training.
Speed work.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Go
sit in the Normatec boots. Relax.
12 o'clock eat lunch. 1 o'clock back in the weight room. Now they doing the weight room portion from 1 to like 2:30. Then from like 2:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock, they doing position drills.
Drills or film work or whatever they can. Yeah. That's a long ass day.
Then turn around, I got to come back Tuesday and do it.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday got to do it. Thursday got to do it. Friday they got to do it. Saturday they going to do some type of skill work outside. Take Sundays off, come back and do it again.
Right.
And the same thing for 2.5 to close to 3 months, they're doing the same exact drills over and over and over and over again.
It gets redundant. It's almost to the point where we intentionally switch spots that we're training just to make it different.
Yeah.
Just to give them a different scenery, just to give them a different, because it gets
redundant.
Boring, and you start to lose that excitement.
And we got to find ways to keeping them focused and locked in on what they got to do, because if you don't, you could slip off.
Yeah.
You can slip off real fast. We've seen it. You know,
that one class that went to then they go to like Florida during the spring break or something like that.
Spring break, he leaves combine training and he just was peaking.
Right.
He leaves combine training to go to spring break where he lied and said he was going somewhere to see his family. But we seen a video of him down in Miami.
Right.
He came back 1.5 pounds heavier and form and technique was all screwed up.
Can't run the same, all that type of stuff. You forget everything.
Yeah. So, you know,
and it's so much like as far as like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like if you're not practicing how to sprint and you're not a sprinter, you're not gonna do well when you come back.
No. So people don't see all that work that then the food that they eat is not just what's in the cafeteria at school, because we don't know if you overweight or underweight. So your food changes according to that.
Right.
And then sometimes when you go to some of these facilities, you're eating the same food. Luckily, we blessed that we have a full-time chef and we don't have to do that.
Yeah, but she can switch it up. You have that variety.
Yeah, but if you go to a Exos or a Proactive, you're eating the same food. I've been there. I saw them Monday morning, go to the cafeteria and get all your food for the whole entire week. So you already got Friday's food that's been sitting in the refrigerator.
And for all y'all that don't like eating leftovers, you know how hard that is?
Yeah. I got my Friday meal on Monday.
Yeah.
And I can't eat Friday meal until Friday, because if I eat it now, I'm going to be shit out of luck. There's no food for Friday. Yeah. So, you know, actually, we blessed. We got a full-time chef.
Right.
Chef Z, shout out. But, you know, some facilities don't do that.
Right.
So now you have to tell this guy to train his brain to eat the same thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 3 months. Dude, you know how hard that shit is?
Yeah, a lot of people can't eat the same thing for 2 days, let alone 3 months.
Yeah. But people don't see that they don't see behind the scenes on that. They don't see that. They just think they put the helmet on and that's that.
And not only just that, it's just like as we do see them go through the combine process, all you thinking of is, oh, they're working out to go do these drills that they should already know how to do.
No.
Whereas though nowhere in football do you run 40 yards straight.
No.
Full speed from a sprinter stance, such and such.
Oh, well, I got to stop. You don't even run that way. That's another thing we have to teach them when to turn it on.
Right.
You know, the first 10 yards is the drive phase.
Yeah, acceleration.
I'm pounding in that ground to build up the speed.
Right.
Then I got to hit the top end speed. Then I got to hold it.
Right.
Like, so it's different.
So for the listeners that don't really, maybe can't imagine what we're saying is, think about Olympic sprinter. being in the blocks, getting ready to run. Like, that is a technique that they train for 4 years just for that 10-second race.
Yeah.
And it's more so they're trained to run low for the first 50 meters and then start popping up. That is super hard to do as far as keeping your head down. You know you got somebody fast next to you running. It's one of those things where, like, if I pop up too early, I'll hit my top end speed too early, and then I'm going to gas out before I even hit the finish line.
And that's what
So
we have
each
to train
part
on.
of the 40, each part of a race is broken down to sections of, all right, you should run this many steps for the first 10 yards.
Yeah.
We have it broken down to the steps for how much it should take you from the start to 10 yards.
To 10 yards.
And what you should be clocking in. So if you clocking in at we always say whatever you run in a 40, it's usually dictated by your first 10 yards.
Yeah.
We can sit back and watch somebody run a 1.5. We'd be like, oh, he ran a 4.5.
At least.
Yeah, 4.4 or whatever the case may be. But if you have somebody with a slow 10-yard split, that's a 4.7, 4.8.
Especially if he's a skill guy.
Exactly.
We in trouble.
Exactly.
We got some work to do.
Right. So when it comes down to a lot of these athletes, they'll come in and their starts and stance will be
Completely off.
Hey, Jerome Cap, you know what we did with you, bro.
Cap, your shit.
That shit was
Wait,
bad.
Cap, and I heard you've been watching the show and you got a lot of shit to say. Well, I'm gonna say this about you. Your stance was ass.
so
shit.
bad. Like, Cap had us, me
Oh, my
and G
God.
in our phone. Like,
what the hell?
fuck? Hey, let me go see on YouTube
My
if anybody
man-
else got this problem.
In his starts and stance, his feet was cycling before he even came. He was running like the Flintstones.
Right, but
He was cycling. Yabba dabba doo.
pick the car up and start running.
Yeah.
That was Cap.
That shit. I know you watch. I know you watching because I heard a lot of shit about it. You was stinky woo woo. That's who you was. Your shit was ass. You should have been working at Walmart
Yeah,
for real.
I know.
Yeah.
But hey, the good thing about him is that he listened. Me and G, we went back to the drawing board. We
Yeah.
learned a lot about how to help. How to help
Because it's
him.
funny, we had another guy
Yeah.
that did the same thing, and we knew exactly how to fix it.
Yeah, so
Like
later
that.
on, we had somebody join the camp a little late.
Yeah.
And then he came in doing the same thing. We was like, oh, no problem. We
No
know
problem.
how
We
to
got
fix
this
that.
shit.
That's easy.
So we
Easy
knew what
fix.
we was doing.
Right.
But now the stress of sitting in the green room or waiting for a phone call to get picked up by a team.
Yeah.
Bro, when day one go past and you ain't get a call. Day two
two.
go past, you ain't get a call. Day three ain't go to pass. What the hell? I paid all this money. I did all this to get and it's not gonna happen.
Right. And the combine process for the ones that price tag for the ones that don't have the agents, don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
That tag is super
Anywhere from
expensive.
15 to 20,000.
Yeah, just for the possibility of
Yeah.
being selected to a team. And then also, just because you get selected doesn't mean you still got to go through OTAs. You still got to go through the entire
'Cause
process.
if
The
you
rookie
don't-
mini camp,
yeah.
a lot of them.
Shit.
OTAs,
Bro,
the mini camp
We known people that didn't make it the first day.
get cut as soon as
He didn't even get the fucking sticker on his helmet
right.
to say his name. He got cut.
Right.
So it's not what people think. Like, it's a lot of stress behind this. You have this kid that's been doing something his whole entire life to try to make it and get paid for it and don't do it. And like I said, a lot of them, this could change their lives, their family lives. So their families are like really dependent on them. And it don't work. And now what? How do I turn that off?
You can't.
Yeah.
Because then you naturally go and miss the game. A lot of them end up going and coaching at their old high schools or something. They feel like they got
to stay connected.
Yeah, they got to
Yeah.
stay connected to the game or something like that. Or become trainers.
Yeah. Oh shit! Don't do that. Y'all stink. But no, it's bad. It's not what people think. It's not what people think.
So that's just the first process.
Yeah.
Then after rookie mini camp.
Yeah.
So for people that don't understand this part is if you don't get selected, you still have the hope of getting picked up as a non-restricted free agent or undrafted free agent. I mean, and pretty much what happens is a team will invite you into rookie mini camp and they'll pretty much give you another workout where it's just more so now they can see you up close and personal. They can run you through football drills. They can see you through. Some people get selected, but very few do.
And got to have an agent.
Yeah.
Got to have an agent. You can't Don't y'all believe that term walk on. You ain't walking on shit. You walk on that football field, you getting your ass locked up.
Yeah.
You have to have, the walk on is with the agent.
Yeah.
The agent have a relationship. He make a phone call. Hey, I need you to look at my guy. Cool, fly him down. We looked at him. They say yay or nay, and that's the end of that.
Right. So then you get this excitement of, I got selected to go to rookie minicamp by the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
You go down there for a day. And they say no.
That's it. You come on back home.
You gotta fly back home.
So
and then face the music.
I had did some notes, and I was gonna go a different way. I'm still gonna go that way. I need the guys that's actually getting ready for the combine understand some things about the combine. So I want to talk about.
Yeah, we kind of sped past that part.
Yeah, we want to talk about this whole thing about running a 4.3. Bro, y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all are not, if you run a 4.3, you run a 4.3. A 4.4 is fast. A 4.5 is fast.
I think because you see, didn't they have 1 year the combine clock was messed up a little bit where people was running 4.3s at the combine?
Yeah, everybody.
And then came to pro day and then they
real numbers popped up.
4.4, 4.5 hand time. But go ahead.
You got a handful of people. So if it's 335 guys in the combine up at Indianapolis, only like 10 of them is running 4.3s. Right. That percentage is crazy.
Right.
Is that even 1%?
No. Nope.
That's tiny percentage.
0.03 or some shit like
what I'm
that.
saying? That's a small ass percentage. So you got to look at it like they had, out of all the tight ends, they had one that run a 4.39. Out of all the D tackles, one ran a 4.6. You got
go to D-backs.
D-backs. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, like it's usually the D-backs.
Yeah, D-backs,
receivers,
safeties,
running backs.
They had 6 guys. Out of all the D-backs and safeties, they had 6 guys that ran a 4.3.
And you got to realize there's like 20 plus guys at each position.
Yeah, and you got DJ. He was a D-back. DJ Turner the second from Michigan.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.26. Who else?
That's
we
fast.
got but look at
shit.
You heard what I said. It was only one. It's only one of those guys.
Yeah.
Then you got wide receivers. We had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that ran a 4.3 plus. You had one tight end that ran a 4.5.
Yeah, you said that already.
Yeah, the old lineman, he ran a 4.9. So y'all got to stop. And my point of saying that, the rest of the numbers are 4.4, 4.5s.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Remember we had an athlete, he was a safety, and he was running a 4.5, and we was so busy trying to convince him that is a solid number, bro.
Yeah.
That's what we
For
need.
safety, yeah.
For a safety, you run a 4.4, 4.5. Your size, your build, somebody's going to look at you.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we need.
Yeah.
We don't, I know you want to run a 4.3.
Yeah.
And but you not that fast. Like, you can't teach speed.
If you could teach speed, every lineman would be running a 4.4. Every lineman be running a 4.1.
You could teach the techniques for speed.
Yeah.
I can increase your 40. So if you come in, usually we have a guy come in. What was the guy that was getting scouted by the Chiefs? From what school was that? I forget his name. But anyway, long story short, he came in and remember they was clocking him at a 4.7.
Yeah.
And they asked us to do
Some
a
training.
miracle. Yeah. And
we got him down to a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can do that. We're not teaching him to be faster. We're just teaching him the techniques.
The technique. That's what
on
was wrong.
how to run.
Let me
how to start.
Let me get this across y'all goddamn heads. Stop letting these fucking trainers tell you they can take a second off of your time. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's not going to happen.
If you slow, you slow.
You slow, you slow. They only can take maybe at best if they the shit 2/10 of a second. That's all you're going to get. You ain't going to get that. If I took a second off, that's because your form and technique was ass.
Right. So I'll tell you this. When we first get our athletes, we don't run a 40.
No.
We don't run a 40. We don't test because there's no point.
Yeah.
We're not going to get any accurate. We got to teach you how to start and all that type of stuff. Because if you come in day one and we get say, all right, line up and run a 40, you're going to run a 4.8, 4.9. And you mentally going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you're going to think that like, oh, I'm fast.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah, no,
It doesn't work that way.
No.
We can sit here all day long and talk about this because it's full of shit. These trainers, even with like y'all gotta stop being, what's the term, gaslight?
Gaslight it.
Yeah, by these strength coaches and these agents. You got to run. Half of them run hand in hand. They do. The agent and the trainer, they go hand in hand.
Right.
The trainer is horrible because he'll tell the agent, "Oh, we just did the 225. He literally just came back from a bowl game. He put him in there. This kid ain't been working out in I don't know how long to increase strength. He might have been doing maintenance work, and that's probably once a week. But majority of the time, he's balling. Come in here, lift. He only did 7. Train him for 2 weeks, call the agent. Hey, I got him up to 9. Damn, I got him up to 11 already? No, his real number was 9 or 11.
Right. He just had to get his strength back.
Yeah, so what we do, you come in here and you work out for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Let's get that juice back.
Right.
Let's get that muscle memory running. Let's turn everything back on.
Let's get your nervous system.
Yeah, let's fire everything back up.
Nervous system up and running.
Then we hit a number. Now I could do that all day long.
Right.
Because I know he's gonna hit 6. He's gonna hit 6. Hey, yo, we got him up to 13 already. In 2 weeks? Yeah, man, he's working hard. All right. You know what I'm saying? But it don't do no kid. No, that's fake.
Right, because your number really was 12 or 11. But because your nervous system is down or you haven't been lifting, 225 is going to feel heavy in the beginning. Yeah. So let's get 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, then we test.
And then we test it and see where we at.
And then you got to look at the school you coming from. So there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into these combines that these kids don't take account. They just have in their mind they're going to make the NFL. Let's make sense out of this shit. Where you going to fall at is what you should be worried about. Because if you was that shit, for real, you be it up Indianapolis.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not even necessary where you're going to fall at. It's just like, how many people from your school usually make it? Like, is your school known for putting athletes into the league? So that means that unless, if you're coming from a D1 AA or even a D2 school or even a low-level D1 school like Old Dominion or something like that, and your school's not known for putting people in the pros, that means you had to be breaking every record at your school in order for them to come and notice. Because I'll take the third string over at Alabama over than the kid at...
And people don't understand that. The reason why a owner would take a third-string kid from Alabama that only touched the field 4 times in his senior year, and he's been there for 4 years, is because that coach automatic know he's NFL ready. He
played high-level football every single day at practice.
And he's been coached NFL.
Right.
He's been, if he's tackle, he's going to take 3 on the slide and ride him all the way up, and the quarterback got to step up.
Right.
He know that running back going to know how to make the reads. He's fundamentally sound versus going to a small school where you're going to have to teach them because they don't have the resources to do all of that, where Alabama got 50 goddamn coaches. They got a tight end coach. They got a wide receiver coach. They got a running back coach. At a small school, you got 3 coaches. You got your offensive coach, you got your defensive coach, and you got your special teams coach.
Right.
And that offensive coach is teaching every single position out there. Same thing with defense. So your resources are different. This kid has more to him than, he can run. He can run at Alabama.
Right.
He don't know how to pass block, but he do. Give me him.
Give me him.
That's the difference. That's what they have to understand. And you may be faster than this kid, but you're not fundamentally sound. I don't want to do no work when you get to the NFL.
When you get to the league, they not holding your hand. They not pacifying
teaching you that
shit. You get up there, do a rep.
Bro, we had a guy get cut because he didn't know how to do the ladders.
That's crazy.
First day. He went out there and screwed the ladders up and cut his ass.
Oh, shit. Dang. I ain't never heard that story.
That's real.
Crazy.
That shit is real.
That's elementary shit.
Yeah.
That's first day of Little League type of shit.
So the pressure that these kids have, you guys have to understand this, man.
Right.
It's not just, touch your toes, count to 10, put a helmet on and run.
Right.
No, this shit is big business. Now we're going to fast forward and we got drafted. We drafted now.
Yeah.
We are a professional athlete. This is when that shit get hot. We are a professional athlete. We got money. We got money now.
Right.
I think people need to know about the money aspect makes everything even worse. Get a little passionate about this because this shit irks my soul. Y'all got to stop being on these athletes' back when you hear them talking about the money situation. First of all, you have to understand that the average athlete retires at 34, 35, 36. In the real world, you are a baby.
See, that's even the blessed athletes, right?
Yeah.
So what I mean,
Yeah. That's why I want to stay right there for a minute.
NFL means not for long.
Yes.
So that means, like, think about the running backs that you heard about in your childhood, whatever the case may be. How many of them are still in the league? How many of them are actually still playing?
I don't even want to go that far. I just want you to understand the realness of a athlete.
Yeah.
When they're done playing sports, physical sports, you are 34, 35, 36. Some may get to 40, depends on your position.
People
like
think BG, he only 35, 36.
30, he's a fucking baby to me.
Right.
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't experienced life. He was playing football his whole entire life.
Right.
So when you go to this kid, because that's what he is, he's a fucking kid at 34, 35 in the real world, and you telling this man where he used to getting a $25,000 check, $30,000 check every Tuesday,
right,
that when that shit is over, where is he going to work?
Right.
What fucking job can he honestly, when he get the paycheck, what are you going to do with this shit?
Even
this
if that check
it's $1,200. What the fuck? Well, I'm going to take my wife out with this.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So when y'all hear them complain about, it's not complaining about money. Y'all got to stop that shit too. It's not complaining. It's the athlete knowing his worth.
And we touched on that a lot.
Yes,
last
it's
week
not
with
complaining.
boxing. It's literally one of those things. Is I have to be able to set up my entire future.
Yes.
Within this little bit of time.
Because I can't go work for UPS.
Right.
I have to take this money and open up a fucking business. That's the only way I'm gonna make sense of it.
I gotta be able to invest in real estate.
Yes.
Or whatever else business that you want to.
These athletes go to the building 6 a.m. Don't come out to 7 at night. Go to your job, whatever it is that you do for a living. Go to your job at 6 o'clock in the morning. Punch in whatever you make an hour.
Yeah.
6 a.m. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, lunch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit was work. I bet you $5 you tell your boss you need more money.
Can I get more money, G?
No, you fired. That's how it fucking works in this building. I don't pay them shit. We just fire everybody. We hire fire.
Can I get more
No,
money?
it's bullshit, yo.
No,
they got to
it's real
stop.
shit,
And the ones that want to complain, he didn't sign my autograph. Well, how the fuck you don't know this man was in the office signing, what is it? The cards.
Yeah.
How you know he wasn't in there signing 200 fucking cards?
And then
now his shit is cramped up, and you come out, hey, can I get an autograph, bro? I can't. No. Now you want to talk shit about him on social media?
Yeah. Or I'm just trying to spend time with my wife and my kids because I'm at work 9 to 7. I mean 5:30 in the morning to 7. Or I'm away on weekends. I don't get to take my kids to school. It's so much I'm sacrificing.
Yes.
I just want this time right now.
Yes.
For them.
How you know? Because he didn't want to take a picture. How you know last night he wasn't at an event and he took 400 fucking pictures?
Mm-hmm.
He is pictured out. Yo, these are regular humans.
If I smile one more time.
If I smile one more, if I do another pose, I'm gonna go crazy.
Right.
Yeah. How you know this man is not depressed? Because if he don't get this fucking contract, he's not only taking care of his personal family. He got his mom, he got his dad. He got the cousin Leroy that say, "Yo, can I get 5,000 to open up this?"
Right.
He got this whole community on his back.
Right.
Yo, y'all gotta stop with this shit.
It's not even. It's even if you go even further. When shit go wrong,
yeah.
Who they calling? They calling me.
Yeah.
Like everybody gonna have their hand out. Like, oh,
Call
he
me.
got it. Yeah. Like if there's a death in the family.
He should have paid for the funeral.
Yeah, he should pay for the funeral.
Why that motherfucker ain't life insurance?
And now, Aunt Becky and everybody else want money to be thrown their way for,
They got to stop that shit. They got to stop it. And it's bad. You don't know these people. Okay, I do you one better. What happens when these motherfuckers get hurt?
Yeah. And if they don't have insurance on their body, that shit over with.
They're depressed.
Right.
They can't go perform. They can't play, and they can't provide for their family.
And beyond that, they also have other plans that they have. I'm gonna play this amount of time, and for this amount of team, and make this amount of money, and then that shit get cut short.
Here you go. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just like, yo, y'all gotta respect these athletes. They are humans.
Yes,
they are humans. There's a lot of stuff that they go through. Basketball, the Morris twins are coming here for 2 hours and train.
Right.
Walk right out on that basketball court
shoot.
and train for another 2 hours. Then come back here at 9 o'clock at night and run full court. That's Monday. Tuesday, guess what? They're doing the same shit.
Same
Wednesday, they're
thing.
doing the same shit.
Exactly.
Thursday, they keep going, going. And they didn't even get to the NBA season yet.
Right.
They didn't get the preseason.
Right.
And they doing all of this shit. So that's what I was going to say. If the team signed this guy for $100 million over whatever years, you think they're going to make 101 back?
You mean in the team?
Yeah, you think the team
No,
going to make 100?
They make a tenfold that.
That's what I'm saying. So
so
when
much
you
more
hear a athlete talk about he want more money, you goddamn right he want more money.
And
they don't. If they keep a jersey, they got to pay for it.
right.
If they keep a football, they got to pay for
That's
it.
what I was about to say. The team is making their money in every way facet. Everything about this athlete that makes him marketable.
Yeah.
That team is capitalizing.
Oh, he got
on
it. He got a nice car. He should have a nice car. He fucking out there getting his head knocked off. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
That's real shit.
Bro, your feet hurt, your knee hurt, your ankle hurt, your fingers are all jammed
that's
up.
one thing. Like, you wake up on
Bro,
Monday morning.
I didn't mean to cut you off. You ever caught a fucking basketball and didn't open your hands?
Oh, that shit jammed
and that
all
shit
your
jammed
shit
your
up.
fingers?
Yeah, that shit
You ever
jammed.
had a jammed finger before?
Yeah, that shit
fucks you up. I need $1 for that shit. Every time that shit hurt, it's to go ching ching. Like,
See, you
run
talk
all
about,
day.
I was talking about like even like waking up on Monday morning after being in NFL football game.
Yeah.
Pretty much a car crash.
Yeah.
I got to be able to get up, take my kids to school. Like, I need compensation for that.
For y'all to come out on Sunday and say, I'm an Eagles fan, I need to be compensated for that.
Yes.
I'm beating my body up. Now you have a 34, 35-year-old
And their body
man
feel like they 50
and
or
they
60.
walking like they 60, 70 years old.
Yeah, that's the thing. Y'all don't see them on Monday or Tuesday and all that stuff, getting their body prepared. That's why you see so many injuries in the league. It's 100% injury league.
Yeah. I done got shot up with cortisone so much on the bottom of my foot. Foot numb. You got to get an operation.
Right.
That's some bullshit. But you tell me I shouldn't get millions and millions of dollars of this shit.
Right.
What are we talking about? Every time they come in the stand, every time they come on the football field or the game, they get money for the concession stand. They get money for the parking. They get money for merchandise. They get money for all this shit. All right. Not to mention, NFL is non-profit organization. They don't pay taxes.
Right.
What the fuck is shit? Why shouldn't I get all this money? Like, yo, there's so much y'all don't know.
They make money tenfold on these athletes.
NBA is a little bit better because their money is guaranteed. Okay, cool.
I don't know about that. Not their money being guaranteed. I don't know if it's only so many people on the court.
Yeah, but you got to realize, just like football, they get taxed in every fucking city they go to.
Yeah, but they play so many fucking games.
Yeah, baseball, all of them. They should be.
A lot of fucking games.
They should be compensated for that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all got to stop taking the tag of. So what happens? You take the tag of a game when you have little Johnny playing little league football. It's a game.
It's fun.
You have them doing it, and I just want to get them out the streets. I want to put them in something.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's a game. When we start getting to the when we start getting to the pros, that shit is a job. The same way you get up and go to work in the morning is because I promise you, if they don't go to work, they getting fined.
Yeah, they can't call out sick. They can't.
Because you know why? That second back string, that motherfucker gonna take his job.
Right.
So I gotta go there with a broken lung.
Right.
Bro,
I gotta at least be in the building.
Bro, here's some real shit. Alabama had one of my guys play with like 3-4 broken ribs.
Yeah. They just gave him injections and like, you be all right, bro.
So, like, you telling me he don't deserve to get paid?
Right.
For the crowd just to say yay?
Yeah.
Nah, that's bullshit. Get that money. Y'all got to stop that shit, and y'all got to realize these dudes have private lives. They have families. I don't want to go to eat all the time with the pictures, and you get mad because I say no. If I say no, understand it was something. Everybody want to sign autographs.
Yeah.
Everybody. If I tell you no, it must have been last night.
I was somewhere
signing autographs.
Yeah.
If I don't want to take a picture, Respect my privacy. No, not right now. I'm with my family. Respect that.
Right.
How would you feel you fucking eating up some ham hocks and somebody jump out on you and want to take a picture? Bam! Damn, bro.
Mid sport to you.
Yeah. What the fuck? You didn't even ask me. You just jumped out and take a picture.
You real shit. You at a restaurant arguing with your lady, or y'all having a disagreement, and now people interrupting because y'all want to.
Yeah.
They want a picture or autograph or something like that.
What the fuck?
It goes deep.
It goes deep. So y'all gotta respect these guys' privacy. NFL, NBA. I get what y'all saying, but it's nothing like y'all saying. It's nothing. You could sign a contract today, buy a house today. The ink don't even dry, and they trade you.
Yeah, I was about to say the normal human don't have to deal with picking up and moving your family. Yeah. We just talked about it the other day with who got traded over? Oh, the Redskins.
Yeah.
Chase Young.
Yeah.
He was playing in Washington. He got traded all the way to the other side of the country.
Yeah.
So that means if I got kids and if I got family,
shit, we had our own guy.
They mid school season right now. I mean, schools.
Hodge. Remember the shit Hodge went through?
Oh yeah.
He played for the Steelers.
Yeah.
They tried to put him on the practice squad. New England called and said we want him. He flew to New England. By the time he landed, matter of fact, he did an interview with the press. Soon as shit was over, the Steelers called him back. Damn, I just got on the fucking plane. I just got off. He had to come back. Right. They don't give a fuck. No, you need to be compensated for that. That's a major thing.
It get crazy.
Yeah, it gets crazy. So
we ain't even talk. Those are the people that has jobs, not the ones that
don't.
Right, because we even talk about like B.J. Johnson in the NBA. He flew to Phoenix thinking he had a job for sure. Mm-hmm. So happened to get pink eye.
Yeah, and cut him
because he had pink eye.
Because he had a pink eye.
This shit gonna be gone tomorrow.
I can't get no fucking drops for this.
You didn't pass the physical. That shit crazy. So crazy. Now how I provide for my family.
He has a whole fucking family. Right. All right, we coming. We got a whole family. Right. So it's like you gotta understand everybody livelihood, and you have to respect it. And until the fans, they're gonna keep complaining, saying, "Oh, why he crying about so much money?" You gotta respect.
We just want y'all as fans, our listeners, to understand that it's deeper than what y'all see on Sunday, or deeper than what y'all see these players play. Yeah. And a lot of people automatically think like, "Oh, they got so much money, they don't have any problems in the world." No, they have
that money. Shit comes with a lot of problems because everybody pocket watch. Everybody just assume you should be able to help them.
Right.
And it's not the truth, because you ain't call that man and wake him up and say, "Yo, you going to practice today?" No. You did nothing to help this guy, but you want them to do everything.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Right.
All right. That's it. You done with it?
Done with it.
So in other words, y'all motherfuckers mind y'all business. And let them be great.
All right. Let's transition into the pod. All right. The pod is somewhere. Well, I said somewhere. The pod is something where we just pick a topic, talk about it. So today I want to talk on my situation yesterday in the gym where I almost pulled my hair out. G was cracking up at me. Oh my God. So story. I was training a client.
Yes.
And she went through the workout. She was killing it. We got to the cardio portion and she just started to fold. Yeah. Boy, her wall balls went from being like all the way up here to right in front of her. Yeah. She went from fully squatting to barely squat. It was, oh my God. G at the other side of the gym cracking up at
dying.
me.
I got tears coming out my eyes.
I'm literally training her like, I'm like, because no matter what I do to tell this woman what she needs to do to reach that next level of her goals, she not trying to hear it right now. So my pod is, I'm still in your platform a little. I mean your structure a little bit, but top 5 reasons people don't see results in the gym.
Yes.
All right. So these are my top 5. You can add to it if you want to, but these are my experience as far as what I see. So it's not based off of food and all that shit you see on Google. These are the real reasons. Number 5, I got consistency.
Okay.
All right. So it's like most people don't stick with it long enough to even see whatever results is going to come.
Yeah, because we so caught up in instant. They on Instagram, everything should be instant. It should be done. I should lose weight by tomorrow.
Right.
And it's further from the truth.
And it's like, if it took you 2 years to gain the weight, why do you think it's going to take 2 months to get the shit off? That's not how this shit works. They say in
and y'all keep saying I'm the bad guy. You hear this shit? This is how you think about y'all. But go ahead.
So they say in 4 weeks, you'll start to notice. In 8 weeks, your friends will start to notice. And then in 12 weeks, everyone will start to notice.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you the part after that. What happens at 16 weeks or 24 weeks?
You put that shit back on because you ain't consistent.
If you're not consistent, you're going to put that shit back on.
Yes.
Or if you are consistent, you're gonna, nobody's noticing that no more.
Yeah.
That first initial wave of results, that's the easiest part.
Yeah.
Is when your body starts to get used to this shit. Now you got to go into overdrive and start working harder than you were the 4, the 8, and the 12. So what happens is a lot of people that get in that place of 16, 24 weeks, and they stop seeing those results rolling in, and then they just end up stopping. And we're complaining about,
and don't even realize you was right there. And that time frame is right there for you to tweak and pick up the good habits.
And that's my number 4, intensity or progressive overload, however way you want to call it. You have to take that next step in your fitness journey. Yeah. So if you started off doing, I'll put it this way. Becky goes to the gym.
Why she gotta be Becky?
All right. Sandra.
Who the fuck is these people? What happened to Swazette or
see, you always say
that
I was giving some love to the white.
We need real names. Like, I don't know.
Nicole, that's a common name. Ashley. There we go.
What? Who the fuck in the hood you don't name Ashley? What are we
Bone Quisha, there we go.
Boom. Nah, I'm rolling with that.
All right, Bone Quisha go to the treadmill. She usually go in with a routine. I go 5 minutes on the treadmill. I go over here and I do this and do that. And Bone Quisha stay right there every single day. She go to the gym the next day, do the same thing. Go to the gym the next day, do the same fucking thing. Now, 4 weeks go by, she think that gave her some results because she lost a little 5 pounds and her butt poking a little bit. But she don't understand that you can't do that week 5, 6, 7.
So they don't understand the body is the greatest thing. It hit defense mode and it adapted to that right
exactly. I put it to you this way. If you have a kid, you send them to school and they learn 1 + 1. What is 1 + 1? 2. On Tuesday, you go to school, your teacher asks you what's 1 + 1? 2. Day 3, day 4, day 5, you go 1 + 1. It's 2. I get the shit. I got it. Did you get any smarter? No, you just mastered that one equation. Yeah. But what's 1 + 2? What's 1 + 3? So what happens is you didn't get any smarter by going or any more fit by going to the gym and doing the same exact thing every single time.
You just memorize the movements.
Exactly. So now you got to go what's 1 + 2 and push yourself for that next rep. Or do 5 extra minutes on the treadmill. Or go from walking at 4.5 and put it at 4.6.
But you got to realize a lot of people don't like being uncomfortable.
And that's, see, you keep hitting my numbers, my drawings, bro.
I'm pretty good at this shit. What number is that?
Number 3 is their mindset is flawed. Yeah. And what I mean by that is what you say, they don't like being uncomfortable. So when it comes down to it, they're weak-minded. Most people, once they start to feel that burn and that challenge, they shut it down and they don't even face it. Yeah. They don't even go through that sucky part in the beginning where it's like, all right, I might not be able to do a push-up. So most people, they get up and they avoid push-ups. Oh, I suck at push-ups, or I hear it all the time. But no, we're going to start off with doing 1 push-up, and then eventually that's going to turn into 2. And then after 2, a couple weeks, now we're doing 5 push-ups.
Yeah. You know, I used to tell my guys, you know, you have some guys that like to bench, you have some guys that like to squat. And whatever they didn't like, I used to tell them, I need you to attack the stuff that you don't like the stuff you do like.
Exactly.
Mentally. So if I hate squats, I love bench pressing. That same energy, that same mindset, I have to take that into squats. Now, I don't have to use a whole bunch of weight, but I just need the mental part to start liking it, and my workouts will be better.
I have a quote that I always like, and it said, "A man who is strong conquers others, but a man who conquers himself is mighty." Is by some like Chinese philosopher.
I figured that dumb shit. Nobody heard of that shit in their life,
bro.
Nobody heard of that shit. Nobody.
Look, I got it on my wallet right here. But literally, it's one of those things where if people learn how to conquer themselves in their thought process of how they approach things. My clients say it all the time, but like, Dev, I'm trying my hardest.
I hate the word.
Yeah, trying. That word trying gets on my nerves because you trying is not doing. And by you doing it and you really attacking it as if if you, like you said, like you like squats,
Yeah.
if you're attacking these burpees like you like squats, your results are going to become they're going to come so much faster and so much better.
Yeah.
So then number 2, I got knowledge. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about. In order for you to be good at anything, you got to learn about it.
Yes.
You have to take the time to learn how to do a squat. You got to learn what foods are good to go in your body. All the people that you see have great success in fitness, they took the time to learn what is good and not good for their body. Whereas though the people that just pick it up and just go into the gym, even if you do have a trainer, the trainer could be amazing. But if you go in there and just be like, well, I'm just here for an hour and then leave, and you didn't learn anything, you're not focusing on your form and technique, you're not going home and learning what should I be putting in your body or whatever the case may be, you're not going to see the results.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like you said, a lot of them don't do the homework because of the simple fact they think they can just go to the gym and then that be it. They don't understand I have to change my diet. I have to change what time I eat.
Yeah, but it's more so like they know they got to change their diet, but they don't go and do their own exploring of what foods are good for me.
Not going to do it.
But that's where I'm saying, like,
Yeah, no, I understand.
I've had clients where they came to me and, we work on, the workouts are great, right? But then they don't take the initiative and grab their own steering wheel. So then what happens is when they go home, their brain just shut off from fitness. Yeah. Now they're eating potato chips and whatever the case may be. They don't take the time to actually learn what it is that you need in order to, 1, recover, 2, give your body the results it wants as far as nutrients and all that, rest and all that type of stuff. They don't learn it. And no matter how much I say it, until you really take initiative of your own journey, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just the guide. You got to grab the steering wheel and drive your own car of your journey.
It's like we tell our athletes, don't put your career in my hand.
Exactly.
Like, just don't do the stuff because you're here. Do the stuff when you're not here. Let's speed the process up. Let's make it.
You make my job as your trainer so much easier because I don't have to worry about certain things. Yeah. And then the last thing I got is sacrifice. A lot of people.
That's number 1?
Number 1 is sacrifice.
Yeah, got to be sacrifice.
So for me, I would say the reason why I say sacrifice is number 1, a lot of people can't give up Friday night at the bar with their friends to wake up and go to the gym on Saturday morning. Because along with comes Friday night comes you not sleeping enough, comes the alcohol, comes the food, comes everything. Yeah. So when it comes to that,
oh man, because I know if I went out and I ate like whatever I wanted to eat, I knew what I was doing. But I knew once I got in here, I had to pick up on the back end and double my work.
But now you sacrifice probably a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Or I wanted to lay in bed, so I'm going to sacrifice that because I know what I did last night. I got to get up and go. Yeah. And that's where that dedication and determination start to turn in. So it's almost like the person that you are now, you have to sacrifice something of that person in order to become who you want to be. Yeah. It's no way that you're going to be able to be that same person that turn up every single weekend and all that type of stuff and then run and still become the most fit person in America. There's no way. No way. You got to sacrifice something. That's why you see these IG reels, and it's literally one of those things of, they'd be like, 99% of the time I'm in the gym, but 1% of the time I'm out clubbing and all that type of stuff.
I've been watching that.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of them Jones.
Right. But if really people sit down and understand what it is, it's like, oh, in order for me to step out and look like that, 99% of the time I got to be in here. Yeah. So that just so much sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice your unhappy thoughts, your negative thinking? Yeah, Are you willing to sacrifice your emotions and just put your head down and grind? Are you willing to sacrifice time with your friends and family? Are you willing to sacrifice you giving up on yourself and actually pushing through? Are you willing to sacrifice the things that you need in order to get to that?
I think it's just being real with yourself.
Yeah.
If I don't see the results, I have to blame me because I had the Twinkie in my back pocket.
Yeah.
I had the pack of Twizzlers.
And that accountability, most people don't.
They're not going to do that. We talked about that earlier. Yeah. Most people won't look at themselves in the mirror and blame them for being where they are.
What am I not doing that's not getting me to my goal? Yeah. Right.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yes. Oh. All right. Yeah. So hope you guys... That shit was like this. But hope you guys enjoyed the show. We really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, comment, and if you comment something negative, we're gonna say
fuck you.
But make sure you guys subscribe. We really appreciate all the love. And see you guys next week.
Thanks for coming out. God bless and good night.
Yes, sir.
You'll never find. WDS called me the other day.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
So, yo.